Hello everybody! Kaventia here, but you can call me Cav. We are coming into Invictus Launch Week Day 5. That's exactly what I meant to say. And today, it is Anvil Day. Actually Anvil Day this time. And let's go see what they've got up for grabs. Yeah. Hooray! Okay, here we are! Anvil Day. In here we have an arrow. We have a carrack. We have Pisces. And at the back we have a something. Terrapin. Anvil Terrapin. Awesome. Okay, let's get started with the arrow. The Anvil Arrow is a super light fighter. It comes equipped with these little size 2s under the wing and a pair of size 1s on top. It is exceptionally maneuverable and it's small enough that you can actually fit one of those on top of the Anvil Carrack if you are sneaky. Over here we have a couple of Pisces. The first one is the C8R. This is the medical Pisces, and one of the most fun things about this is if we can trick this guy to getting into the medical bed. I think he's just stealing drinks and things. Who would do such a thing? If we can trick him into lying in the bed, then we can drug him up and watch him wiggle around, which would be quite funny. Never mind. Okay, so this is a super useful little ship, as it contains a medical bed, so you can take it doing bunkers, and then you can heal yourself up after the bunkers if you get a tier 3 injury. Wonderful little ship, nice aesthetics, nice red paint as standard so that you know that it's the medical variant, and it's got a couple of size 2s, I think they're bulldogs as standard. Now this one here, unless we've got some extra guns, is the C8. Oh, it's got, look, you see, it's got these little extra guns, so it's the C8X. And this is, I think, one of the best bunker running ships. Not only can you park it right next to the door, but it has got one of the easiest in and outs of any ship. You've got space here for a couple of 1 SCU boxes or one big 2 SCU box on either side. You can throw some bodies in here of your evil doers, and yeah, just fly out nice and easy. This one comes equipped with a couple of jump seats as well, so you can bring some friends along for the ride. Now, I'm going to very quickly give a tour of the Carrack. This is one of my favourite ships. I quite like this little feature here so that if you are in combat you can hide here and thwart your enemies and shoot them if they're trying to board you. One of the biggest problems with the Carrack is that this is an incredibly slow ramp to close. That was real time, by the way. And it's like half closed. It does have an array of cargo areas. You can run here and you will get the feeling of being in one of those never-ending corridors as you go through the many cargo pods. Each of these is bigger than a Freelancer Max's cargo storage area. In here you have these really cool looking poppy-outy weapon lockers that go ka-chunk like that, which is nice. You've got a matching one on the other side, and eventually you'll totally be able to Iron Man suit up this area. The Carrack has some absolutely amazing turrets with pretty good visibility and pretty good damage potential. I am not going to show you every single flaw on this ship, but I am going to show you one of my favorites, which is flaw number 4. That's right. This has 4 floors inside. A ship that has 4 interior floors. That's not saying that there's an exterior and then 3. It's actually 4 interior floors, and this elevator appears to be broken, so never mind. Another day. Comment below if you want an Anvil Carrack tour, and I will ensure that I give you an Anvil Carrack tour another day. But honestly, it's such a big ship that we could easily spend an entire episode on exploring this ship. It also has a sneaky super duper exit, so if you can't be bothered with that super slow ramp, all you need to do is run at this wall and jump, and you'll be outside with no fall damage. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. Very handy if you don't want people to board your ship while you're doing, say, sail runs or something like that, as it only has one entrance from the ground. This is the super duper bounty hunting hawk. This has one of those EMPs, so you can knock out the shields or potentially components of your enemy ships. It's quite a cool looking ship. I haven't piloted it myself, but one of my org mates at Seven Hills swears by this ship. And one of the best things about it is it has a prisoner seat. Look at this. External view. There I am. And now this is where I live. I live in the tail of this ship, and that is my life now. This is actually a prisoner storage, so that when they add bounty hunting in, this is going to be one of the go-to ships for bounty hunting. It does have another advantage right now, which is you can climb in that and then you can use it to bed log. So it's actually a medium fighter. It's not quite a light fighter. It's a medium fighter that has a bed, so it's quite unique in that respect. Oh, it's also worth mentioning that it has pretty incredible DPS for a ship. I mean, can you see how many forward-facing guns you have on this? That's 6 guns. That's absolutely insane. In the hands of a skilled pilot, you can do some serious damage with this thing. And the next one over here is a ship that really hasn't found its home yet, and that is the ANVIL Terrapin. This is, I think, a really cool looking ship. It reminds me of like a little turtle or something. So the first thing that you're greeted with is this incredibly intimidating seat. It looks like you're going to get interrogated here or something. But the purpose of this is actually to do some scanning. There's not a lot to this ship apart from that, as this is designed to be a Pathfinder ship. Do we have a space toilet? We do have a space toilet. Very important on one of these long-range excursion ships. So this is pretty much a heavily armoured scanning vehicle. It's designed to go long distances to kind of scout ahead, to scan things, to find out what's around, as a kind of recon vehicle. Think of it like the Raptor. This is basically the Raptor from Battlestar Galactica, which has made me love it just a little bit more. Now I'm thinking of it in that kind of context. Unfortunately, scanning gameplay is one of those that hasn't had a great deal of love recently, so despite this being quite a cool ship, the gameplay really isn't available for people who want to use this ship as it's intended. Right, this, I believe, is essentially the rarest ship in the game, and it's actually the first time that I have seen this in person. Is this the military variant of the F7A? I need to get in this. I need to see what this is. Maybe I'm stupid and this is just a normal F7A Hornet. Yeah. Is this the rare one? I think this is the rare one. I don't know Hornets very well, can you tell? Okay, this is the Mark II Hornet, right. So I believe that the Mark II Hornet is not the rare one. I think the rare one is probably the Mark I Hornet, which I think there's only one player-owned version of that ship in the entire game. So unless I'm mistaken, this is potentially a purchasable version of the Hornet in-game. Again, I have never owned a Hornet. I'm not really that interested in owning a Hornet. With the exception of the stealth variant, I think that one's pretty cool. Here is another Hornet. Which Hornet are you? I think this is the Tracker. So the Hornet Tracker, this top area there is another one of those dishes that's designed for kind of reconnaissance and to be able to get scanning information for recon purposes. That's all I've got to say about that one. Okay, I have seen an awful lot of these recently. This is the ANVIL Valkyrie, the tank. This is designed to come in hot, land hot, drop people off, essentially play a major role in ensuring that the military can control the battlefield. This can land right at the front lines, and you can drop vehicles and troops off. As you can see, it's got a pretty big cargo area. It's kind of got a split floor design. And here are all of the drop seats, so you can fit many, many, many people in this vehicle. So it's really designed for dropping a squillion troops and a few decent sized ground vehicles onto the front lines. Now it's making me think maybe the other one isn't that available in-game, because this one definitely isn't available in-game. But let's cover this one first. So this ship here is the ANVIL Hurricane. In my opinion, this is one of the most fun two-person ships, hands down. I believe that the pilot has these 2 size 3s, but the most amazing thing is that the gunner at the back has 4 size 3s. So this ship's damage potential is pretty amazing. A little bit behind what the Scorp is. I think the Scorp has a total of 8 size 3s, but I really love this ship. It's a really beautiful ship. This was also the first ship I bought in game for amazing 2-player combat. Unfortunately, as a single fighter, you're better off in many of the light fighters because you just don't have the damage potential. Having said which, this is a really small target. So ANVIL are kind of known for having phenomenally tanky ships, and I think this is their top dog fighter. No pun intended. This is their top fighter. As you can see, you have 1 size 3, I believe, 2 size 3, that's a size 2. You got some more up there, which I believe are also slave to the pilot, so you have an absolutely incredible DPS. This ship is the F8 Lightning. So this is the military version, and the consumer version is the F8C, I believe. This ship ended up replacing the F7 that we saw over there, as it is a superior fighter, newer technology, greater thrust, potentially greater maneuverability. It is going to be an absolute tank, and I would like to have a play in one sometime. So maybe we'll steal one. Ah, okay. So this here is the Ballista. This is built on, I believe, like the Centurion platform, and it has some phenomenally big torpedoes attached to it. The larger one there, I think, is a size 7, and the smaller one, I say smaller, that's a size 5. It also has a twin Gatling gun on the roof, and this also has very little interior space, and that's about it. If you want to protect an area, if you want to control jump down, if you want to defend from light fighters, this is an amazing vehicle. And the sister armored vehicle to the Ballista is, of course, the Centurion. This is essentially the same, but the missiles are swapped out for these gigantic... this is the last one. So the Spartan is just the APC version, armored personnel carrier. This is just designed to transport a bunch of people. And there they are. There's the bunch of people. Oh, Crucible? Is this the Crucible? Yeah, Crucible. Yeah, this is a really cool and interesting ship. This is basically going to be the fleet repair ship. It comes in 2 parts. You've got the ship itself, which includes these arms that are closest to me that come out, and then it's got this kind of bed platform at the front of it. So as a connected ship, you can land probably a medium fighter. I don't think you can land a heavy fighter, but it may change in size. On that platform in order to repair, refuel, restock, rearm, all of that jazz. However, the bed can be left separately, and the ship can detach and go round and fix up some even larger ships without the bed. So quite an interesting design. Oh, Legionnaire! Okay, so there's people stuck inside. That's kind of cool. So this is the ANVIL Legionnaire. This is designed to be a dedicated boarding ship. Now, boarding is kind of in the game right now, but you basically take a shotgun to someone's door until it opens, then you get in. This is going to have a little kind of nose, like a nose proboscis, like a mosquito or like a butterfly. This thing is going to extend out and it's going to attach to the side of the ship. And the idea is that you can breach and board with a number of crew. So think of it as like a drop ship, but for spacecraft. Kind of cool. And the last one is the Anvil Liberator. This is the first dedicated carrier that we're going to have in the game. You can't really get a sense of scale for it with it being in here, but if you imagine that front pad that's there, the one that's lowered a little bit, if you imagine that that is enough that you could fit a light or medium fighter on it, and then you can get a sense of scale. That means you could park 2 light or medium fighters on the top, 1 on the front, and you see that kind of slopey bit there? Let me see if I can get closer, get a better view on the slopey. So the bit that slopes down there, think of that as like a garage door. And that slides open, and then you can have ground vehicles inside, or potentially even very small light fighters in there too. So, Anvil Aerospace here today, and we had a good look at their ships. Anvil have this ability to make really tough looking ships. All of them seem to have like a lot of armor, and my expectation is that when armor is introduced into the game, these are going to be some of the toughest ships around. Oh, look at the time. I think I'm going to have to go. Take care, everybody, and if you found this useful, please give me a like and subscribe. I've been Cav. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Anvil Aerospace. That's the wrong button. Right button. Whoa. I saw pink space. Shoop. I saw Subliminal do this trick. Yeah. I have no idea if I'm going the right way or the wrong way at the moment, but let's try one of these side halls. There's a lot of people down there. There's a lot of people glitched into the wall. In my opinion, this is one of the most... Let's turn around. Oh, can we watch someone get in? You want to get in, buddy? You can get in, buddy. Go on. No? Okay. Let's see if we can get a better view on the slope here. Wrong way. It's a little bit glitchy. Is your hair glowing? Do you have luminous hair? Why do you have luminous hair? It's luminous hair, man. His hair even has a reflection on the wall. His head reflects on the wall. What's going on? Hello, luminous head man.